I used to live in a 3-floor apartment building. It's a very old building with thin walls and roof, so I can clearly hear my neighbor's conversation and any other noises from the floor above and below. But I never had any issues, mainly because the couple living below always at work and they never home till night. And for the building above, there was an old woman who's on her late 80s living by herself. I usually see that woman quite often whenever I go out for a walk or just walking into each other on the hallway. And sometimes when I look up to the window from the outside, I always see her standing by the window waving back at me. It didn't bother me much because she's a very old woman who's just looking for some company, so I always smile and wave back at her. But what bothers me the most is every midnight I hear the old woman from above walking with the pole stick slowly back and forth for almost 10 minutes. It usually wakes me up at night as I hear it right above my bedroom. Then all I do is stare up at my roof, listening and waiting for the footsteps to stop. After a few months passed by, I was starting to notice I never run into the old lady on the hallway or outside anymore. It's unusual because I always see her more than 6 times a week, which also made me look from outside her window time and time, but I never see her standing there anymore. It didn't concern me much because I still always hear her walking with her pole stick at night time. The next morning, I felt like I wanted to do something nice for that old lady, so I decided to make breakfast for her and also spend some time at her apartment to give her some company for the day. But when I came up to the 3rd floor, I immediately noticed a very bad rotting smell coming from that floor. As I kept walking closer to the door, the smell got even worse. It was at a point where I have to even hold my breath. I got a little bit concerned, so I started knocking on the door several times, but she didn't answer. So I called the landlord and explained the situation. Once my landlord came with the master key, we opened the door, and there it was, a rotting corpse of an old woman just sitting there on the sofa with the pole stick still in her hands. I was just completely froze from too much shock and denial. When the police and ambulance arrived, they also confirmed the old lady has been dead for more than 3 months. Later that night, I couldn't even fall asleep as I was still in too much shock and fear. So I was just on my bed facing the roof and staring and just listening. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like and share it with your friends and families. And please subscribe to our channel for more creepy horror stories. Thank you.